Hi, welcome back to episode 2 of the Crosscut Sled. So, as you remember before, I had it all sitting down there and I had the glue on top of my runners, and so I left it about 2 hours. So what I've done now is I've taken it off the table saw, pulled my masking tape off, and here we are onto my workbench. So what I did was I measured out every 2 inches. And I drilled and counterbored some 8-gauge screws, making sure I stopped short of coming through on the top face of my crosscut sled. I've just been cleaning up the glue. How I've been doing that is using one of my 25mm chisels as a card scraper, just to take the glue off, and I'll be smoothing that out. So at the moment I've got some, what size is this? This is coarse sandpaper. Right, I've got an off-cut block, and I've just given the runners a bit of a smooth out. Make sure that there's no sharp edges. I'll go down a grade to smooth it all out again. What I'm actually doing is ensuring in my crosscut sled slides nice and easy. I will jump the gun and try it on the machine. Here we go. Fingers crossed. You notice on top of my DeWALT I've put the blade guard back in, the original blade guard, as opposed to the one I made when I was making my sled. So you might show up better here. So I made a zero tolerance blade guard. I put a little screw at the end of it, so it clips under. I'll show you actually how it fits. So if you look at that screw there, it clips under. So first things first, I've got to unscrew this one, take it out. In goes the homemade one, and up goes my blade comes up through. When it's on the right angle. So that's the first one. Now I don't need that now because I can leave the original one on, because I've just made, or am making, my crosscut sled. Now that's a pretty horrible fit, right? Pretty horrible fit. You can see it jumping around. So I've got to take all the glue off there and make sure make sure we get that as a better, because I can move it through now, but it's still stiff. So what we can do is we can take that off and look for some marks back on the bench and find out where they, on the glasses because I can't see, find out where it's rubbing, and you can see just on the edges here some of the glue sitting up. And there's a couple of rough spots and a couple of shiny spots here, so a little bit more sanding. Over here you can see it's quite prevalent, so it's this runner here that's starting to bind, and you can see down here, if I grab my pencil, you can see down here where it's lifted a bit. Come around a bit more, this way, there you go. You can see here where it's lifted a bit. See that bit of there? Okay. So now I've just got to smooth those out. I might take my plane and give them a bit of a rub. Okay. So a few things that I've learned. I tried to keep the glue off my table saw by putting down some masking tape. I used too much glue and it oozed out the sides, as you really want it to do. But then you got to clean it up. I don't have a card scraper, so I'm using my trusty inch, very, very sharp chisel to try and get rid of the glue. It's still kind of tacky, so what I might do is just leave it go for now. I might take the edges off these buttons a little bit, but I might call it a night and come back to it. The other thing I've learned, I could have made my sled quite a lot longer, like a lot deeper. So my sled at the moment is 400 millimeters. And I did that because I thought, yeah, with the back and the front bridge pieces, I'll have enough room in there for a 300 mil board, which I think it was pretty good. So 300 mil, there she is there, for most boxes, etc. But if I'd have made it an extra 100 mil, 400, that's about the right depth for a drawer when you're building cabinets. So I might have to build another one. So this is Mark 1, but it's going to do for what stuff that I do mostly. The other lesson learned is I've got to get a better shop vac. This one sucks, pardon the pun, but it does suck. So I need a bigger capacity shop vac, and I should be pretty right. Well, that's enough from me now. If you want to subscribe, make sure you press down below and hit the subscribe button. I'll try and get a video out, another series of videos on this particular build. And remember, I'm a metal worker playing with wood. Thanks very much for watching. You've been on the bench with Max.